What? Am I missing? Oh, 7. Right. That's tricky. It's tricky. What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're going to be diving into this card. I've had a lot of people ask me about playing this card. I myself have been like scratching my head. How do I make this card good? How do I figured it out, so don't you worry. We're going to be having a lot of fun with angels today, creating 4/4 white angel vigilance flying creatures. I said that all out of order, but you know what I mean. You can see the token there, so you get what we're doing. And you've also probably seen the title where I say, you know, 6 angels by turn, you know, whatever, 7 angels by turn 4, or whatever the heck it is. I think it's 7 angels by turn 4 is the thing. Anyways, how we're going to do that is pretty impressive, actually. So we have Starnheim Unleashed. Key note here, the Foretell is an XX cost. So if we can create enough mana, then, well, it's really not a problem. Now, there's another little card here, Ironcrag Feet. Adds 7 mana. You can cast only 1 more spell this turn. Sounds kind of grim, and of course, we all know if you cast it on turn 5, you have the Ugin, which this deck does incorporate, because I don't want to, you know, be sitting you high and dry without an actual deck to play. So don't get me wrong, this deck is very playable, even within being able to cast this. This is just something that's, well, a killer way to win a match, really. So the other card that we have that plays off the back of Ironcrag Feet, or rather right in front of it, Dual Strike, 2 mana, instant speed. When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell with converted mana cost 4 or less this turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Of course, you can foretell this card as well, and this is a turn 6 combo. So you remember this, you need to foretell Dual Strike and Starnheim Unleashed before turn 6. And then you just need to find an Ironcrag Feet. And that's it. Anyways, you use your Dual Strike for the 1 mana. You cast your Ironcrag. Of course, you add the 7. It copies itself, right, and essentially recast. But don't worry, it doesn't, you know, only allow you to cast that. For some reason, it doesn't count it as a casting. I'm not sure the mechanics behind it, but it works. So you get to add 14 mana to your pile. And of course, because you're on turn 6, you've spent 1 here, you spent 4 here, that's 5. You have 1 left, which if you take a look at Starnheim Unleashed Foretell cost, it's XX and 1 white mana. So make sure you leave 1 white mana available. And then, well, it's pretty simple math from there, right? 14 divided by 2, 7. So, turn 6, 7 4/4 flying angel warrior creature tokens with vigilance, which is a great way to win, because obviously that's 28 damage come turn 7. That's taking out the planeswalkers you want. That's defending against, you know, tons of creatures and actually being able to take them out. It's a lot of good fun, right? Another thing you can do with the Ironcrag Feet, 14 mana, because of course you may not be able to have 4 copies of Starnheim Unleashed like me. I only have 3. Volcanic Geyser, 2 red, X, so of course you gain 14 mana, you can end up dumping that into this and dealing 12 damage to any target, which is a great way to finish off your opponent, because, I mean, as long as you can deal 8 damage, and I'm sure you can, given you have Dual Strikes and Slaying Fires and, you know, all that kind of stuff in your deck, it's not that difficult to get to a finish with that either. Another benefit here, Leyline Tyrant. You don't lose unspent red mana as steps and phases in. When Leyline Tyrant dies, you may pay any amount of red mana. When you do, it deals that much damage to any target. So again, create 14 mana, you don't lose it. So come your next turn, you can, well, use it, and so on and so on. Or they take out your dragon, and then, well, you have 14 damage to send at their face, and now you only need to deal 6 damage. So again, really easy to do. So it's kind of like mono red, or, you know, I guess you could do this in Boros or whatever. There's a lot of iterations of this deck, but the cool thing with it is the fact that we're able to use Starnheim Unleashed to a degree of excellency here. We also have Heliod's Intervention, so if you're in a tight spot, you know, gain twice X life. If you have the double white mana there to use alongside it, you're gonna end up gaining like 28 life. Of course, that'll put you right back in the game. Another thing you can do, and this is just off the back of the Ironcrag Feet, because this deck, again, it has a lot of plays that work both well early and late game. We got Valky and Tibble. Valky we can cast because we're Mardu. Super easy. You reveal the opponent's hand. Costs X creatures. Well, if we can't pay for it right now, come turn 4, we cast an Iron Crag and bam, we can have a Coma. You know, if we take their Coma out of hand. So remember that when you're choosing creatures with Valky. Take the biggest one because you can cast it. You can cast it early. Anyways, on the flip side of that, we got Tibble, Cosmic Imposter. So again, if you have a single black mana, if you're at 5 mana, Iron Crag Feet, and you got a Tibble down super early. So a lot of things you can do with this deck, even outside of everything that I've mentioned. It is a very strong control deck. Let's put this back where it belongs so you can actually see the curve of it. We have Bloodchief's Thirst, really good removal. We have Elspeth's Nightmare, really good removal. Also exile the opponent's graveyard, really important against some decks. Soul Shatter, really good at taking out big Ugins, big creatures in general, right? We have Thrill Possibility. I'll help you cycle out your hand a little bit. Also, Seize the Spools. This is a special little one, and I think it'll get overlooked as far as its purpose in the deck, but it is good. As an additional cost to cast this spell, discard a card. Draw 2 cards, create a treasure token, which means if you dual strike this, you get to create 2 treasure tokens. You get to draw 4 cards at the cost of 4 mana. So 4 mana, draw 4 cards, create 2 treasure, so it's essentially only costing you 2 mana after it's been played and resolved. Right? Because you've received 2 mana back. So it's pseudo 2 mana, draw 4. Really good. And again, you can copy Thrill Possibilities, draw 4, 2 mana. Again, really good. We have Agonizing Remorse. Don't be afraid to dual strike this, as it can really devastate your opponent early. And, well, if you're up against a control deck, taking out their ramp, taking out their Genesis Ultimatum, taking out their threats, right? Great way to win the game. A couple other things to note, we have Shatter Skull in the deck, which again, if you can increase the mana with Iron Crag Feet, can allow you to remove a lot of big scary creatures really early. Also, it acts as a land, so that's good. We have Extinction Event, which cool thing with Extinction Event and Dual Strike, you can actually dual strike your Extinction Event, so you can name odd and even within the same turn. You can completely exile every creature on the battlefield for 5 mana, of course. Can't do it for 4, but for 5 mana, exile every creature on the battlefield, which I found to be very funny. Of course, Elspeth Conquers Death does his normal stuff. Exile something, you can return your Ugin from the graveyard. Makes your opponent's stuff cost a little bit more. Honestly, it feels a little clunky, a little slow up against the aggro decks. But, you know, here's 2 cards to work with, right? I guess I could just drop them because I have a 62 card deck. So, you know, there you go, I guess. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching the deck tech breakdown. I know it was a little bit of a longer one, but there's just so much within this deck. There's so much that it can do, honestly. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like down below, comment in the comment section, subscribe if you want to see more, hit that bell icon so of course you can get notified when I drop these videos, because you know, some days like today I'm late, and that's okay. It happens to everybody. Anyways, thanks again, and without further ado, let's go unleash these angels, shall we? Mardu gonna be our foe. I'm gonna keep this hand. We don't have access to any black mana, which does worry me a little. English, which does worry me a little bit. But we have the Iron Crag with the dual strike, and we have the Starnheim, so that's pretty nice. That is the combo. Come on. Already. We're just doing it. All right. Well, fine. Beautiful. Just do that. You don't. Oh, stop making me discard. You bastard. I guess I don't need 2. Ah. And there's a land for you. They actually discarded the land. Let's go. You're a fool. You're a fool. But I'll never tell. Now, we could have used the actual Starnheim Unleashed there to create a singular 4/4 Angel Warrior. Something tells me, though, they're oh my goodness. You're so annoying. So we're all clear. You're annoying, Marto. Am I going to be able to get there before they make me discard? 7. You have that. I mean, I can make 3 next turn, depending. Do 1. I can make 2 this turn. I definitely have to discard the Fabled. Yeah, I mean, I don't love it. But we did the combo already, so let's do it. Four mana, create 2 4/4 Vigilance Flying Angels. That's alright, you know? That's solid. It's 8 points of damage, 8 toughness on the board, 2 separate creatures. I like it. I do doth like it. Target player loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. I'll take the 3 life lost, honestly. Like, no biggie. No problemo. I guess we get rid of the Fabled. I don't want to get rid of the Iron Crag. You never know where we're going to find something really cool. And then, you know, not. Oh, okay, well. Goodbye, Liliana, because you've been a pain in my tuchus for a while. The nice thing is we do have a fantastic card to discard to the Lantern. Can you guess what it is? It's Elspeth's Nightmare. I don't have the mana for that anyways. Spoiler alert. I'll keep losing 3 life. I'm sending back 8, so hell. Bam. Alright, what else you got for me, Mardu? Mardu. It's funny, you think I'm gonna sacrifice an angel. It's not happening. I guess you can take my Iron Crag feet here. We should have discarded. No. Alright. Well, if that's all you got, then yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Fabled here. We'll grab some black mana so that way I don't have to worry about. Well, I mean, it's the only thing I can grab. Really? Just more lands. I mean, it's not an unreasonable rate, right? 6 out of 14. That's not unreasonable. Whatever. Opponent's down to 4 life. We are staring down the barrel of a beautiful, beautiful win. I guess we're not staring down the barrel. They are. They're staring down 2 vicious-looking angels. They are full-blown attack mode. Haha, I tricked you. I had a land. I made you think I had something important, but I didn't. Oh, 1-2 switcheroo. Okay. Got a little scared there for a minute. By the way, picking up another victory. Not another, our first. We didn't win that first game. I was just having fun. Alrighty. Coco Yo-Yo 29. I like that name. We're to keep this hand. We got the Starnheim, so, you know, pleasant things are bound to happen. I am going to go ahead and drop a Fabled off the rip so we can get that black mana for the Soul Shatter and the Elspeth's Nightmare. Triome, oh Triome. Hopefully it's not an ultimatum deck. We know they have a little bit of a timer on them. Iron Crag feet, woo, we're getting there. We are getting there. But we can do all that later. So right now, let's just drop another Fabled. I need 1 more land. Well, you know, I need more than just 1 more land. But anyways, that's it for the opponent. Just dropping a forest. Cool beans, cool beans. We will go ahead and grab some red mana here. Now for Starnheim, we only need 1 white mana actually. For Iron Crag, we need a multitude of red. I say we actually go ahead and drop the 1 white that we need. Now we can either use Seize the Spoils, discard a card, draw 2 cards. Not that bad. I think that's what we're going to do actually. So it also gives us a treasure token, which can really help when casting that Iron Crag feat, right? Sometimes that can be a little tricky, a little finicky. But hey, there's our Dual Strike, there's our Starnheim, and there's our Iron Crag. So, you know, things are looking pretty good for us. I don't know about the opponent. Cultivate, it's an ultimatum deck, which means if we can hit this turn 6, you know, they hit their ultimatum turn 7. Alright, so I need to foretell these 2 cards here. I think that's what I'm going to do this turn, actually. Well, okay, so I'm definitely going to go ahead and foretell that one over. If I play Triome... Well, nah, we got to do it like this. Gots to. Because we need the Dual Strike to cost 1. Alright. A little slow. If we had an untapped land, if we draw into an untapped land, we got it. We're good. Oh, come on. The bad thing is that I hit the Triome there, right? Alrighty, well, I think we're just waiting. You know, we got the full combo, we just need to wait. Of course, they have enough for ultimatum now, so I guess we hope. We wait and we hope. Yay. That's fine. If I can still do my combo, I don't really care. A big Yugen? A big Yugen, is that it? Is that all you got for me? Is that it? It's child's play. That is child's play. I'm not talking about Chucky. Now, we could have used Dual Strike there to, after the Kraken was created, right? And we would have ended up getting rid of the Yugen and the Kraken. But I got bigger, better, badder plans for the Dual Strike. Not badder in a bad way, badder in a good way. Okay, let me make sure I do this correctly. Yes, I want to tap red mana. And then red, red, red. Colorless. And then white there. Gotcha. This. And then red, 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 red. Nah. I hope this works. So what is that? 15? Yes. Yes, pay. What? Am I missing? Oh, 7. Right. That's tricky. It's tricky. Alright, so now they tap all of our 7/7, or all of our 4/4 angels. I got to do it though, so I'm happy about that. They got to the ultimatum. I got to the 7/4. Alright, well, at least there wasn't another Yugen in that pile, because my goodness. And actually, if y'all want me to... Well, now you're just being a dick. If y'all want me to be honest, I should have used the Elspeth Conqueror's Death on the Kiora Best to See God first, and then went through with my plan, but the thing is, when I'm looking for a combo, I'm looking for a combo. Alrighty, Artomo, or RTOMO, or Rotomo? I don't know. We kept this hand because, well, we got the Soul Shatter that we can cast on turn 3 if need be. We already have the Starnheim Unleashed, which is, well, we've seen a really cool, good combo. We got the Elspeth Conqueror's Death, and the Volcanic Geyser, you know, again, that's a different little win con for you. Different little win con, so... Let's go ahead and use Agonizing Remorse. I see Dimir. I either want to draw out their counterspell with this, or I want to make them discard the counterspell. Or the Soaring Thought Thief, or whatever the heck you got, man. A Zerathsan. Well, we can use Soul Shatter to get rid of that, like, immediately. So let's just get rid of their card draw here with that Into the Story, because that thing's horrible to deal with. Zerathsan, it's not that bad. It's 3 mana, it's gone, right? But But into the story, oh ho ho. No, thank you. Alright, so they're milling us some lands. I'm not gonna lie, that one actually rubs me the wrong way, but it's okay because I had 3 lands on the top of my deck anyways, and that's it's just the way the cookie crumbles. So I definitely have the 3 mana because Soul Shatter, right? So I need to keep that available because they should have enough for the Zeratan here, and I don't know what I have in my graveyard, but I'm not gonna lie, I value it being in my graveyard more so than on their side of the board. So right back to you, Jim. Or Slim, or Grim, whatever you prefer. Rotomo. Apparently it has to end in IM though. Thieves Guild. We just let this one happen. There's just nothing you can do about it. You just gotta let it happen. We know that the Zeratan's coming. It's a matter of just waiting. Just waiting. What do we have over here for them to gain? Nothing. They may not play Zeratan. Smart player may not. At which point we can always use Volcanic Geyser to just take out the little Thieves Guild, right? The little Enforcer. All right, well come on, do your little trick, your little flippy floppy slamma jamma wham bam thank you ma'am kind of thing. So resolve. Make sure you let it hit the board, okay? Make sure you let it hit the board. Alright, so we got rid of that. That was nice. That was cool. Cool beans. We do have an Iron Crag into a Volcanic, which is a little bit of damage. Not really where I want to be at, if I'm being honest, but also a Shatter Skull. That can deal. Alright, so what I think we do here is drop the Fabled. We do foretell this out, just in case, and we call it a turn. What we can also end up doing come this next turn is, if need be, just grab some red mana, right, with our Fable. Pop an Iron Crag, pop a Shatter Skull, take out all their creatures. Which sounds good. Although I'm a little curious because they didn't... Well, I mean, I guess they could be saving it for my turn, it doesn't matter. They just didn't drop the Thieves Guild, and you know, a lot of bad rogue players, they'll just drop it immediately because they're like, well, you know, I have it, I'm already gonna do it. So it's smart on them to not. I should have waited on this, but you know what? We already have black mana within the Triome, so I think it's fine to go ahead and grab a red. We will grab a red. Ooh, there's the Dual Strike. So we have the Dual Strike, we have the Iron Crag, we have the Starnheim. We have 5 mana within the Shatter Skull if I want to play it. I really just need one more land actually at this point. So if I go ahead and foretell this over, I think that sends an obvious sign I got something coming. But I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna do it. And luckily Volcanic Geyser, even though we won't be able to deal any damage with it, it will still proc throughout all their plays. So they may think that we have something that we don't. Right? You know what? As much as I want to combat this in my mind, I'm going for the big play again. We've all seen rogues, so we know what happens if I don't pull it off, right? So let's see what happens if I do. Because, again, all I need is a land. And, well, y'all know me. I've drawn lands plenty. Yep, so there's the Thieves Guild. And we wouldn't have gotten a good proc on the Shatter Skull until next turn anyways. So whatever. I'm sure we'll find a land. I'm not even going to look at my graveyard because if I do and I see like too many lands, it's going to mess with me mentally. So I'm just going to stay looking at my cool cards like Starnheim Unleashed. Look at this. You got, how many angels are actually coming out in this picture? Because we may be making this picture a reality. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. You had to do 8. I mean, 7's a possibility with this deck, but 8's a little steep. Anyways, we're going to pass through all this damage. I'm still not looking at my graveyard. I don't want to see it. Don't tell me. Do not tell me. My turn. Give me a land. Motherfucker. It's not a land. I don't know if y'all realize, but that's it's not a land. I mean, I could always just send, you know, some damage at their face. Was that 8 damage? They're only dealing 6. Oh, I don't like this. Oh wait, I can Volcanic Geyser that thing. That's 2. Okay. Alright, we're waiting for a land. We're waiting for a land. I'm gonna end the turn. You cast what you need to cast, Rotomo. Into the story. Alright, well I think this is gonna be our best chance to just take this out. Yeah. You know, save ourselves a few turns. A few heartaches, if you will. Now, we didn't dual strike that because it wouldn't have taken out the soaring. If we had one more mana, we could have. But if, you know, if we had one more mana, we could have done our combo, so. Alas, here we are. They did get off and into the story, which is super unfortunate for us. They saw 2 in the top 17 cards. There's no way that's not super lucky or anything. No. No siree. Alright, hit me with your best shot, soaring. And by that, I mean hit me for the 2 points that you're showing. You made me discard a land? This is why I don't look at my graveyard. I would have drawn that land, and I would have been a happy lad. Alright, my turn. Yes. Oh, the irony. Oh, crap. Alright, well. That is funny. It's not good for us, but it is funny. It is. That takes some skill. The land we needed, the card we'd seen twice already. Okay. Well, GG, Rotomo. You did a great job. I'm not gonna lie. You really piloted that deck well.